Marcus Aurelius said something that stuck with me the moment I heard it. And here it is. What stands in the way becomes the way. At first, it sounds like just another Stoic quote, but this goes way deeper. What you're gonna hear at the end of this video will completely change the way you see Stoicism and Jesus together. And for me, this line hits different because I've had obstacles that just felt like they're not the way, because when I was going through those obstacles, which I'm still in and I'm going through them, it's hard to see them as something to be thankful for, because you just don't want the pain, you just don't want the suffering. And the more I studied this idea, I came to this one conclusion. Sometimes the thing that looks like it's stopping you, it's the very thing God will use to build you, mature you, humble you, and guide you. So today I want to break this down and hopefully change the way you see obstacles. Marcus Aurelius wasn't saying be positive. He wasn't saying just be tough. What he was saying is that the obstacle becomes the training. The resistance becomes the preparation. The challenge becomes the equipment that you'll need to go through life. Viktor Frankl said it this way: when we're no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. And that's powerful. But the Bible goes further. Hear this out. Paul writes in Romans 5, suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Marcus said that the obstacle becomes the way. Paul says the obstacle becomes your character. James says the same thing. The testing of your faith produces perseverance. Stoicism teaches you to become strong through obstacles. Christianity teaches you that God shapes your soul through obstacles. Stoicism sees obstacle as training, but the Bible shows obstacles as divine direction, divine guidance. Look at Joseph. He was betrayed by his brothers, sold as a slave, falsely accused, thrown to the prison, and forgotten. Every one of those moments felt like it's a dead end, but those are the things that led him to the palace. In Genesis chapter 50 says, what you meant for evil, God meant it for good. This is the clearest biblical example of what was blocking you was actually guiding you. Point 4. When the obstacle literally becomes a way. Moses stood in front of the Red Sea. Water in front, Egyptians guards in the back. No way out. What looked like the end became the path. The obstacle literally opened and became the way. And of course, the cross. What looked like to be the ultimate obstacle was the salvation of whole humanity. God Himself came down and showed us that every little or big obstacle can be used by Him to do big things. And what He did, He died on the cross to only 3 days after come back from death and show us that there's nothing He can't do. But there is a lot of things that we cannot do. And one of those things is to live the perfect life that God wants us to live. And because we sinned and fell away from Him so much, we deserve death. We deserve what Jesus went through on the cross. But here's the catch. He said, only put your faith in Him. He will pay your debt in front of the Father. And when the Father looks at you, He will see His perfect Son, Jesus Christ, and you can spend eternity with Him. That sounds too good to be true, but the thing is, Something happened in around 30 AD that completely changed humanity forever. And what happened is someone came down and said he's God, and then he was able to tell everyone that he was gonna die. And then he also said that he's gonna come back from death, and he did that. So I wanna ask you something. Think about the biggest obstacle in your life right now. What if it's not blocking you? And what if it's building you? Even though if you're in something hard right now, heartbreak, betrayal, financial struggle, any other struggle, when you're in it, you don't really see how that's changing you and how that's gonna make you the person that you have to be in order to achieve the things that you will achieve. I want you to sit with that for a second and just write down what are you learning from this experience and who do you have to be to get out of this and never be in the same situation again. And one thing also I want you to remember, life never gets easy, it only gets harder, but you also become stronger. So, and that's the only thing you can control. So why don't you work on that? Marcus Aurelius pointed something true, but Jesus revealed the full picture. Here are a few contrasts. Stoicism says, peace comes from controlling your mind. Jesus says, peace comes from Him. Stoicism says, suppress desire. Jesus says, redeem desire. Stoicism teaches you to survive. Jesus teaches you to resurrect. So there's nothing we can do to get out of that fallen state. And that's why Jesus says, you have to let your old self go. You have to die to yourself and resurrect. Stoicism says tolerate suffering. Jesus uses suffering to transform you. God is there for you if you just talk to Him. And when I'm talking about all this, I don't want you to think I'm some religious, spiritual. No, this is actually truth. Point 7. The obstacle might be internal. Here's something people don't like admitting. Sometimes the obstacle is not outside of you, it's within. Fear, doubt, lust, comfort, pride, anxiety, insecurity, attachment to the wrong people and the wrong things. Sometimes the thing standing in your way is the version of you that God's trying to get rid of. The moment you just let go from who you were and just give everything to the one who created you, that becomes breakthrough. All the mistakes you've made, all the things you've done to other people that you regret about, every single small thing you have done, that's the old you, and you have to let that go. Unless you let that go and you learn from that, you will not go forward in life and you'll be stuck in the same loop. The next doors won't open because life is a school. So once you pass the test that God's giving you right now, that will be the breakthrough for you to go to the next level of life. Your pain has purpose. Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for good. Not just some things, not just the good things, not just the bad things, but all things work together for good. So even the pain you hate, even the chapter that feels pointless, even the mistakes you regret. C.S. Lewis said it this way, hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Nelson Mandela said it this way, the greatest glory is rising every time you fall. And all these echo one truth. The obstacle is not punishment, it's preparation. What blocks your path today, tomorrow will be the very thing you'll thank God for. So the next time something in your life feels immovable, ask yourself, is this in my way? Or is this leading me to somewhere that I wouldn't go on my own? I'm gonna repeat that again. Something is keeping you stuck in life. Ask yourself, Is this in my way? Or is this leading me somewhere that I wouldn't go on my own? So whatever you're facing, heartbreak, financial crisis, being stuck in life, not knowing what to do in your life, being betrayed, this might actually be the beginning of something God is building inside you. So thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.